get us all bound up. We get all worried and troublesome about things, and it cause you to be bound up, which cause hypertension, which cause a lot of things in your body. But thank God I'm free. Yes. And I never will be bound again. Sometimes you're in college and you're stressing over your paperwork and you're getting all stressed out and like, Lord, you know, I got to get this done, I got to get this done, or, you know, I got to pay this bill, I got to do this. Thank God I'm free. And I never will be bound again. Because sometimes you got to ask yourself, what if? It's the guy that's in the store and he has a t-shirt called What If? Yes. And then he has 2 exclamation points. So you can put anything by what if? What if? Right? So what if Joanne didn't have her child? Her granddaughter wouldn't be here today, right? Yes. What if Nina and James wasn't married and didn't have little James, right? Amen. He wouldn't be here today, right? Right. We don't know whether he's going to be the next president. We don't know what God has in store for him, right? We don't know what technology company that he's going to own or work in, right? God knows about it, right? What if he becomes the next president of an electronic company? Right? That's right. Have you ever thought about these things? What if? What if Kwana didn't have a little baby? What if? We don't know what God has in store for little man, do we? We do know he enjoyed preaching and singing. He clapped his hands. He get into the service, right? That's right. What if? Always look at little Aben. I said, what if? Little Aben, he gets there, he starts smiling and got that little glow on him. I said, he got a calling on his life. What if? So a lot of times we have to ask ourselves, what if Jesus never died on the cross for us? Where would we be? What if God got fed up with what happened when Adam and Eve were in the garden and said, you know what? I hate that I even made man. You know what? I'm not even going to allow man to exist again. I'm not even going to give him a second chance through my son. What if? Mm-hmm. Right? So a lot of times, what if? But I didn't go through the trials and tribulations that I went through. What if? Because sometimes they make you stronger. Amen. Sometimes your trials and tribulations make you stronger. Yes, they do. They'll let you know that you are more than a conqueror, right? Mm-hmm. And let you know that God is with you always. That he will never leave you, neither forsake you. Yeah. That when things become overwhelming, God is right there for you, isn't he? Yes, he is. He said, you know what? It don't took enough. So you know what? Let me begin to open up some doors and for them right now. Let me give them the job that they need. Let them get the place that they need. Let me just test their children. And as I was sitting here, turn to Psalms 23 where I'm talking. And I was sitting there and I was like, what if our dear friends, Pastor Randolph and First Lady Clarissa, lost their son? He got shot and killed on the other night. And as I was sitting here, some people might say X, Y, and Z about him. But it came to my mind, what if before he took his last breath, he asked God to come into his heart? Do you understand what I'm saying? We don't know, but what if? Right? That gives you something to think about, doesn't it? Turn with me to Psalms 23. I said, Lord, I don't get this. Why do you want me to go back here again? But I got to be obedient with the Lord. Isn't he your shepherd? Yes, he is. Isn't he your shepherd? Yes, he is. Somebody posts on Facebook and they said, when you hear the word God, how do you look at God? I said, I look at God as my papa. When I read the book, The Shack, well, I listened to the book, The Shack, and I began to realize that God is my papa. Yes. See, a papa is not going to allow their children or their grandchildren to go through things and not be able to try to help if they can. A real papa isn't, right? So I look at God as being my papa. When I was walking through some of the toughest times of my life, my job had just got eliminated and it looked like everything was starting to try to spiral down. But then God allowed me to listen to the book, The Shack, to let me know that I will never leave you. Neither will I forsake you. I'm your papa. I can hold you in my arms. I can make you feel complete again. I can make you feel whole again. I can restore you. I can give you hope. I can give you joy. I can give you everything you need because I'm your papa. See, a papa is a shepherd. He watches over his children. He delights in the happiness of his children. He delights every time he sees see Brother Al play the bass with all his heart and with all his might. God, he delights in that. Papa delights in that.
Yes, he does.
He delights when y'all pick up that bass and start plucking the bass. He delights in that. He delights when you open up your mouth and you give praises unto the Lord. He delights in that. He delights when you take and you come into the sanctuary and you begin to clean the sanctuary. He delights in that.
Yes.
It's the little things, even sweeping the floor of the sanctuary. He delights in that. He shows appreciation with that. Our shepherd is like, oh, I thank you and I appreciate you for doing that. Because you're doing it for me. Because you're doing it to my house. So you're doing it for me.
Yeah.
And I delight in that.
Thank you, Lord.
So Papa, he likes the little things that we do. And I appreciate Papa because you could be feeling down and Papa say, you know what? Play that song at this certain time. Have you ever been somewhere, right, and a song just pop up? And it's what you needed at that time.
Yeah.
Papa allowed that song to come on because he knew what you needed at that time.
Yes, yes, yes.
You may be heartbroken and going through some things, right? And Papa might send a little child your way to say one word to uplift you. Now that can happen, ain't it? Or have the child, you be so, stressed out, and that little child give you that little special smile. And the angels are kept around that child and talking to the child and allow that child to be able to give a little smile on their face that will help you. That's Papa. When you have so much pain in your body and you don't know what to do, and Papa give you like a moment of relief. God, I say thank you, Papa, because he knows what you need. And he can take his hand. He don't need salve, but he can take his hand and just go to the spot where you need him to go. That's Papa for us. He knows what we need when we need it. Isn't he awesome?
Yes, he is.
23rd song. I'm telling you, I love the Lord with all that I have, and I just want to thank everybody for last night. To see the children mingle and play and just mingle with each other, fellowship with each other, found friendship with each other. It was just a beautiful thing.
Yes, it was.
And we just had it just made my heart feel joy because I'm going to say this and then I'm going to move on. A lot of people are rushing to go out to do street ministry, right? Oh, I got to get out here and I got to win the soul. But see, I'm trying to do street ministry right here. I'm trying to do street ministry in our houses to win our young people back, to get our young people back in the church so they can train up their children what to do. See, that's my mission. That's our mission. We're trying to do evangelism right here in our own houses. What is it like to go out to save the whole world and your whole family is being left behind?
Yeah.
That's right.
You hear so much talk of people dealing with more, and I was talking to Pastor about this the other day and said, it grieves my heart how people have more compassion and more concern for people out there than the people in their own homes.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
This thing should start at home first, right?
Yeah.
To try to win our young people and let them know no matter what you're going through, you know the way.
Yes.
You know what God can do.
Yes.
You know what God would do. And God knows just how to do it because he's who God.
Yes.
And then our Papa love him. You make a mistake, dust yourself off and get back up.
Yes.
That's right.
We don't want to criticize our young people. We want to love them up.
Amen.
Dust yourself off and get back up. And know that Papa loves you and that Papa cares. And if you make another mistake, dust yourself off and get back up. Because what did it take for us to get to where we are right now? We wasn't always saints. I know I wasn't. Thank God for Papa's grace.
That's right.
And his mercy. And there are some things that you done been through, only you and God knows, and you want to leave it right there, don't you? Some people, they get saved and they think they got to tell the whole life story. No, you don't. Everybody don't need to know every nit and gritty where God brought you from. Lord, I thank you for deliverance. I thank you for deliverance. I thank you for deliverance. They don't have to know all that other stuff, but Lord, I thank you for deliverance, right? Because God is good.
Yes, he is.
He's good. He's good. The 23rd song says, the Lord is my shepherd. I have some of the things I need. I have all the things that I need. It didn't say plural, did it? There's no S at the end, is it? I have all that I need. And how many know if you have Papa in your life, that's all you need? Come on. If you have Papa in your life, that's all that you need. Because him is the one, he is the one that will provide for you. He is the one that will help you. He is the one that's there for you, not sometimes, but all of the time.
Yes, he is.
You never have to worry about him turning his back on you. He won't do it. Friends may, family may, cousins, uncle them may, but God will never turn his back on you.
Yes, Lord.
No matter what you're going through, God would never turn his back on you.
Never will.
God is good, isn't he? Isn't God good?
Yes, he is.
So he says that the Lord is mine. That's individual. He's Michelle's shepherd. She has everything she needs in him. He's Brother James' shepherd. He has everything he needs. He's Solandra's shepherd. He's Shakira, shepherd. He's Brother Al, shepherd. He's Sister Joanne, shepherd. You have everything you need. Not some, but everything. It says, he lets me rest in green meadows. He lead me beside peaceful streams. How many times you've been in a chaotic situation and there is no peace around nowhere, but yet God allows you to be peaceful?
Yes.
He allows you to be peaceful. When you shouldn't sleep, he'll allow you to rest. Because you know that he's your shepherd. And you know that he's taking care of everything. So you know worrying don't help nothing anyway. It just makes the situation worse, right? Somebody once said, why worry? Why pray if you're going to worry? Right? But even when you get to that point where you say, you know what? I haven't had enough. I have had enough, and this is too much for me to bear. God, I can't take it no more. That's when he allowed peace to come. You ever been by the body of water and you hear the water just streaming and coming down by the beach and you become so peaceful on it? Music, certain music make you feel what? Peaceful. You understand? So he allow you to have peace, but allow you to rest in the middle of your storm. You might not know where your children are, but you say, Lord, you got my child in your hands. So I thank you in advance for it, so I'm going to sleep. So then he'll allow a peace to come over you so you can go to sleep. So you can rest. Right? Because that's what he does. He says, he lets me rest in green meadows. You ever, my granddaughters, and when we had the other house, and Nevaeh and I would lay on the grass. Remember, Nevaeh? Lay on the grass in front. And we would lay there and just look up at the sky. It was just so peaceful laying in the green. It's just a calm and peace. Laying in the green. That's what Jesus does for us. That's what God does for us. He allows us to be in a peaceful situation. A peaceful environment. Because that's what he does, doesn't he? He renews my strength. How many times you have been through so much and you don't have any strength anymore? You're just tired. You're just tired. Physically and mentally tired. You're drained. And all of a sudden Papa comes and somebody speak a word or a song come in and it renews your strength. Where you wanted to give up and say, I can't deal with this no more. I'm tired of this. Sister Rita been fighting with this house for years. But God knew the appointed time. He knew he needed to change some people in some different organizations.
Thank you, Jesus.
Even though sometimes she got tired and we had to encourage one another, God renewed her strength.
Yes, he did.
Because if she would have given up and said, forget it, and walked away, she wouldn't have did a walkthrough on this week in her house.
That's right.
Lord, thank you, Lord.
If God didn't renew her strength. But she steadfast in what she was going through. And I tell you, it took years, years. It didn't take, that was a battle she had to go through.
Yes.
But when she knew that there was nothing else she can do, She let go and let God have his way. God renewed her strength and said, you got a little bit more fight to go. You can do this thing.
Yeah.
Don't give up. I have not forsaken you. Don't give up.
Well.
Don't settle. They made all kind of offers where she moved to this place and that place. The devil is a lie. God promised her a place right where she was.
That's right.
A brand new, and she's walking into a spanking brand new place. Come on, give God the glory.
Yeah.
Where people thought that she couldn't do it. She wasn't moving fast enough.
Jesus.
People had every kind of thing to say. But God renewed her strength.
Yes, he did.
Even family would say something. But God renewed her strength.
Thank you, Lord.
Do you understand what I'm saying? And when God renews your strength, you can conquer a lot of things.
Yes, he can.
For my young people, my young adults, don't give up. You're young. You got a dream. Stick with your dream. I was telling a young girl the other day, she got a veterinarian certification. She got 3 different certifications and not working in not one of them and getting ready to walk out of the certification that she had. I said, baby, what are you doing? She says, well, the people are making me aggravated. I said, you can't go by people. You stay there and get to another job. Don't be hasteful, because sometimes you can walk into something that you shouldn't walk into. Take your time and allow God to move you to where you need to be. Because sometimes he moves people out of the way to put you where you need to be.
Amen.
And sometimes that don't happen overnight.
Amen.
Sometimes it takes time, but you got to stay there. Lord, renew me. And watch God open up the door he needs to open for you. And when he do it, he does it perfect.
Yes, he does.
I was ministering to a young lady, and I didn't remember everything I told her, but she came in the store rejoicing yesterday. She said, do you remember you told me to go through this temp agency? Do you remember you told I did every single thing that the Lord laid in your heart to tell me to do? She said, you'll never believe this. She said, I went through the temp agency working for the school board. Now I'm in the school board, permanent, with her own office, brand new furniture, making double than what she made before. Come on. I said, baby, don't settle. You trust God. And watch God work.
Yes.
Right, Brother Milton? Trust God. Watch it work. I'm not telling you not to, you got to do what you got to do. But you work $12 to $15 an hour. Don't settle for 8 if you don't have to. I said if you don't have to.
Amen.
You know what God bless you with. You walk into that thing and watch God does it. Delay don't mean deny. Come on now. You may be working in the hospital as a certified nurse's assistant. Go to school, they'll pay for your schooling.
Yes, he will.
So you can get your little LP, what do you call it, LP? LPN? Don't stop there. Keep working. Let them pay for your schooling. Then you'll be an RN, a registered nurse.
That's right.
But when he renew your mind, you can do these things. Don't settle.
Amen.
Move forward. Know that Papa got your back. Because he is your shepherd. And he will provide for you.
Yes, he will.
I'm waiting to the day Doreen come in here and say that she finished her degree. Because she's just that close.
Yes.
And that's her heart desire. And I know she can do it, because you can take online classes. And I know Lord's going to provide her with everything she needs to do this thing.
Yes, he will.
Because he can do that, right?
Yes,
he can give her the strength that she needs to get this thing accomplished. Come on now.
Amen.
She does social work every single day anyway. Now she can get paid for doing what she loves to do. Right? Come on now. Because God is that kind of a God. He can do it, can he? Won't he do it? If we put him first in all things, right, he can do it.
Yes, he can.
He renews my strength. He guides me along right path, bringing honor to his name. Let me say that again. He, our Papa, our shepherd, guides me personally along right path.
Yes.
See, that's a condition in there. When God never take you to a dead end, in nothing. Do I need to say that again? God does not